Today I thought I'd do a video about a question I get asked all the time. Are we in a housing bubble? Well, stick around and I'll give you the inside scoop. Hi, I'm Heather McCarthy, your concierge agent and realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Reliance Partners here in Roseville, California. I get asked at least weekly, if not daily, are we in a housing bubble? The answer, not really. A lot of times people are comparing our price situation, how prices have been rising and rising for the last few years, to the 2006-2007 prices and then the subsequent 2008 crash. But the factors that were in place at that time are very different than what we're seeing right now. In the 2006-2007 timeframe, we were in a much riskier lending environment. Lenders were doing stated loans, stated income loans, they were doing interest-only loans, but really what they were doing a lot of was adjustable rate loans. And due to different factors with the maturing of those loans caused the 2008 crash, and then it brought in a need for additional regulation that has now prohibited a lot of those types of loans. So we don't really see a lot of those types of loans in the marketplace. Most buyers I've worked with and have seen are doing a 30-year fixed interest rate. So we don't really have those kinds of factors at play. However, we do have prices that have continued to tick up, partially because of low interest rates. Now, interest rates have been hovering around 3% for about the last year. And ultimately, as wonderful as that has been for people who are refinancing or purchasing, it's not really a usual interest rate environment. If you look over the long term, a regular interest rate or a typical interest rate is going to average somewhere around 6.5% to 7%. So what we've seen in recent years is really not typical of a broad view of what interest rates are typically on a home loan. So what that has created in the process is more buying power for buyers, but it's also pushed prices up. But in the end, what it comes down to is people can only afford what they can afford. When people go home shopping, it's a lot like when you go car shopping. If you go onto a car lot, one of the first things they ask you is how much you're looking to spend, what kind of payment you're looking to keep it around, because they are trying to figure out what kind of loan payment and what kind of budget you have for your driving. And it's the same with homes. When people figure out what their budget will allow for a home purchase or rent, they're looking at that on a monthly basis. For pricing, I'll give you an example. If you were to buy a $500,000 home at a 3% interest rate, then your payment is going to be $2,733 a month. As opposed to if you were at a 4% interest rate, then your payment is going to be $2,984 a month. So that's a $251 difference. For most people, that makes a difference. Most people run their lives on a budget. They have a certain amount that they can spend on a car, on groceries, on all of those sorts of life's necessities. So a housing budget is no different. $250 a month makes a big difference in a lot of people's lives. And if they can't afford to spend the additional $250 a month, then they're going to have to buy a home that costs a little less. So that's ultimately going to push the prices down a little bit because people can only afford what they can afford. There's no way to know exactly what the Fed will do in 2022, but there is a vested interest in keeping the housing market moving forward and making it feasible for people to buy homes and to continue the American dream of home ownership. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that answered your questions. And if you'd like a little more information, please reach out or leave me a comment in the comments below. I'm Heather McCarthy, your concierge agent and realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Reliance Partners. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep videos coming your way with the inside scoop on real estate and life in Roseville in general. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks so much for watching. Are we in a housing bubble? We'll stick Let's try that over again. I get asked on a daily, if not weekly basis. That was backwards. So, I get blah, blah, blah. Okay, how is
words? There are words.
Yes, there are words. Heather McCarthy, your concierge agent and residential blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that was.